Okay, welcome everyone to the launch of The Fig Thief. By our dear friend Gabriella Belfiglio. My name is Greg Newton. I'm the co-founder, along with my lovely partner Dami Jokum, of the Bureau of General Services. So the Bureau is an all-volunteer, independent queer bookstore that we started in 2012, and we've known several of you since about that time, so it's nice to have a reunion. And as an all-volunteer independent queer bookstore, we depend on both sales and donations to keep this machinery going. So I'm going to pass a bag, and if you're able to donate something, great. If you'd rather support us by buying books like The Fig Thief, that's a great way to support us. But I'll pass this. There's change in the bag. There's also a QR code for Venmo if you want to donate that way. Anyone watching online, if you want to donate through Venmo, it is at BGSQD, those 5 letters. So the Bureau has regular business hours Wednesdays through Sundays from 1 to 7 p.m. And then we often stay open later when we have events. And on weekends, we usually do them like we're doing it now in the afternoon. And if you're not already on the email list, you can sign up for that by the register or on our website, bgsqd.com. And you'll get an email every other Monday about our upcoming events. So that is it about the Bureau. I did want to read a land acknowledgement, and then I will turn it over to our host. So the Bureau acknowledges that our organization operates on the unceded land of the Munsee Lenape. We encourage you to join the Bureau in signing up to make a monthly donation to the American Indian Community House, founded in 1969 and located here in Manhattan. Donating to the American Indian Community House is one way for settlers and non-native people to acknowledge the legacy of theft and genocide that comprise the history of New York City and the United States. And you can find out more at aich.org. The Bureau also recognizes Palestinian liberation as a fundamental part of our collective queer liberation. And we strongly encourage you to take one of our free zines by the register about why we feel it is especially important for queer people to speak out in solidarity with Palestinians. So please take 1, 2, 3, pass them out. And with that, I give you Dre Campbell, our host for the day. We're used to hosting Dre for our monthly storytelling night, but here we are on a Sunday afternoon and Dre's here. Yay! Give it up for Dre Campbell.
Welcome to this gentle, wonderful, exciting, hello out there. We love you, we miss you. But we're glad you're there. But no, really, hello to everyone here in the room. And come in, welcome, hello. People are still arriving. It is a thoroughfare here. It is like Queer Central Station. You can't see it, and maybe I'll let you later if you stick around. But there, it's bustling. It's hustling, it's bustling. Happy holidays, everyone. Yay. Happy Hanukkah. Today's the first day of Hanukkah, right? Yay, very exciting. So yes, this is a gentle Sunday afternoon. I appreciate that everybody came out through the snow. She's snowing, she's icy. Did anybody have any troubles getting here? Hi and welcome. Yay, we welcome you, thank you. We're just starting, so have a seat if you like, or have a stand. So we're here for we're launching. How many books have you published?
This is my debut of my first full-length collection.
Debut of first full-length collection. Titled The Fig Leaf. I knew that. I just wanted to see if Gabriella knew.
The Fig Thief.
The Fig Thief. I knew that. I meant leaf thief. I was seeing if you were paying attention. It's The Fig Thief. Good morning, I just woke up. No, I'm very excited because Gabriella is a longtime friend of my storytelling show, which is called Tell, and she's done it many times. and is a gentle, wonderful, amazing writer with an amazing sort of cohort of creatives in her midst, wouldn't you say? Yes, and you're going to hear some of them read today.
Yay.
And you're gonna hear some of the poems. Yay, I'm very excited. Who's ready for that?
Yeah.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I love this bustling, lively Sunday afternoon, snowy moment. And by the way, there's food in the back,
Yes.
and snacks and candy and water. This is what we all need. You know what? Hydrate, everyone. Please hydrate, please eat if you need to. We're a very nice, cute, comfortable crowd here. You can get up if you need food or water, literally, or to go pee-pees if you need, whatever you need. But just do the pee-pees in the appropriate area, please. Would you ask that? Ah, goodness gracious. Yeah, so I think, is our first reader ready? Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit about you before you come up. I'm very excited to, because I feel like I know you online, but this is our first time meeting in person, which is very exciting. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit about her, and then I'll bring her up. How's that sound?
Perfect.
All right. Okay, Donna Minkowitz is a writer of memoir, fantasy, and journalism. Her novel, Donnaville, was praised by Chills at Will as a masterclass in world building. Ooh, we need world building, we love that. Her memoir, Growing Up Golem, which Lilith magazine called compulsively readable with emotional complexity, fierce imagination, and compelling prose, will be republished in 2026 after 13 years. Yay! That's right, yes. Her first memoir, Ferocious Romance, What My Encounters with the Right Taught Me About Sex, God, and Fury. Whoa, we need that. Will be republished with new material in 2027. There's so many exciting things going on. She's the winner of a Lambda Literary Award, a GLAAD Media Award, an Exceptional Merit Media Award, and the National Lesbian Gay Journalists Association's Award for Outstanding Journalism. Yay! Very excited to bring her up. Please give a warm, exciting welcome to Donna Minkowitz. Yay! You want to set this up for you?
Yes. All right. Well,
Good?
yeah. Hello, everybody. And let me do this. Yeah, there it goes. I am so excited to be here. I've known Gabriella Belfilio for a really long time. And this, anyway, it'll work.
I think you had just published for us as Ferocious Moment.
Maybe.
It was like
Yeah, maybe
fresh
if you
from
could
that.
bring this up a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's always really hard to
Oh, so it's much easier than
All right. So I just want to show everyone, Gabriella has given all the other writers who are going to read for her today a fresh fig. And we even, because her book is called The Fig Thief, and we even have produced a little video with us and our figs, which you should look for online. And first I'm going to read a poem of Gabriella's, and then I'm going to read a little bit from my novel, Donnaville. So this poem is called Good at Biting. She liked to play good girl, bad girl. She didn't like poetry, all that swallowing. I would be tipsy outside my brain. Scattered one-night stands in the bathroom stall, 3 in the back of my closet, several that get mislaid in the rush. Like a dream where my cheeks blush, redder than her red convertible. Ring around a 4-poster bed to a parallel universe, a thrust of white clouds, a blanched landscape. Send me flushy emails. Refill my wine glass till the bottle burns into the body. Dress me up in shades of sin. Drive too fast. Jumpstart my heart. Thunder my throttle. Gabriella!
I think that last line deserves a repeat.
Yes, thunder my throttle.
Under my throttle.
Woo! Wow. So, maybe rhyming running with that a little bit. This is my autobiographical novel, Donneville. Almost all the characters are parts of me. I'm going to read about a character named the Harlequin, who's part of me, also known as Bobby. He is a gay man. And he lives in Donneville. He's just met a tourist named Hylas. And they are hooking up. Okay. Hylas and Bobby have just entered Hylas's guest house, a sweet gay place with dried flowers and cheerful old paintings, and proceeded quickly to Hylas's room on the second floor. The door is painted Persian blue, and when Hylas unlocks it, they almost fall inside. Bobby puts his hand on Hylas's cheek and roughly/delicately guides him to the bed. Hylas then seizes him and turns him on his back so Hylas can lie athwart his hips and kiss him while their legs twine firmly around each other. Bobby scrabbles at the other boy's clothes and tears open the other's shirt to reveal the radiance of his chest, a message so stunning he must pause for a few seconds to take in its magnanimity. Bobby is all about beauty, but the beauty of the other, surprisingly, takes him to a place he did not think he could ever get to, a place beyond desire and into fulfillment and ease. With his whole hand, he touches Hylas's face so softly he surprises himself. Then later, when the Harlequin wakes up, it is dim in the little room and the birds are singing feebly. He looks at Hylas lying there, so innocent in sleep, beautiful closed eyelids nestled around a dream. He is horrified suddenly. Oh, fuck no. I feel like a murderer. Because I'm going to hurt him, there's no question. I'm going to hurt this man. And Hylas, who makes himself so vulnerable, Hylas with his little boy features, is the perfect mug, the perfect one for me to love and abandon. I who have abandoned so many. But I have no choice. I never did. I haven't slipped out of jail cells all my life, just to be caught now at the finish line. Bobby sprints out of the room. He is good at passing undetected, good at getting out while someone is sleeping or not noticing or not realizing yet what he is. Moving extraordinarily quietly, lighter on his feet than anyone else in this ridiculously loud and heavy town, he ducks his head and moves around the corners, running into none of the gay guests or staff or the lone woman he can hear in the front room polishing and dusting everything. He moonwalks into the breakfast room to grab a glazed donut and is out the front door before you can say Jack Robinson. Hylas wakes up in the guest house, and a little later, the Harlequin is hiding in a haystack at a horse riding theme park in the entertainment district. He dived under the hay because he's shaking. Usually it's fine when he leaves boys, but what he felt in that room, a vastness, a starry space really, was different from the kinds of bigness or brightness he had felt before when having sex. What he felt was not so much that he was being carried out of the course of ordinary events, as that he was going deeper into them. Normally, sex is holy for him because it is the ultimate breaking of the locks. The thing that makes him know in his bones he is free and comes from fire. But the connection with Hylas in that room didn't feel like a divine escape as much as an ingress, a coming towards, deeper into, a tasting and enjoying of what is. He doesn't know how he feels about that. He doesn't know how he feels about the whole business of going in or enjoying what is. Isn't the ordinary world stupid, corrupt? Is it bourgeois to enjoy what is? Clasped around Hylas like that, he felt like a predator. Is it okay to be a predator? And I'll stop there. Thank you.
I'm driving back. Yay, give it up for Donna Mankiewicz. Yay, hello, welcome. I'm telling you, it is bustling here. There are so many people. It's very exciting. So many people here to celebrate you. How are you feeling?
Overwhelmed
Yes.
with love and joy.
Yay, overwhelmed with love and joy. That's what Gabriella said. Very exciting. Give it up again for Donna. Yay, beautiful. Beautiful and amazing. Is our next storyteller ready? Yay. Like, I'm waiting. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit about you and then I'll bring you up. Woo, welcome newcomers. J.P. Howard is a poet, educator, literary activist, curator, and community builder. JP, that's right, yes for community building. Constant. JP was the spring 2023 Brooklyn College TOE Mentor in Residence. Yes. CUNY! I love a CUNY shout out. Her debut poetry collection, Say Mirror, the operating system, was a Lambda Literary finalist. She is also the author of Bury Your Love Poems Here, Belladonna, Praise This Complicated Herstory, Legacy, Healing, and Revolutionary Poems, Harlequin Creature, and co-editor of Sinister Wisdom Journal, Black Lesbians, We Are the Revolution. Yes! JP has received fellowships and grants from Cave Canem, Vona, Lambda Literary Foundation, and Brooklyn Arts Council. She curates Women Writers in Bloom Poetry Salon, yes! And her poetry is widely anthologized. Thank you. JP is a general poetry editor for Women's Studies Quarterly and editor-at-large of Mom Egg Review, Vox Online. Very excited to bring to you JP Howard! Thank you. Do you want to set this up?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Great. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here to celebrate the 50. Have my very own thing. Congratulations to Gabriella.
Thank you.
We, I think, met through the salon, Women Writers in Bloom Poetry Salon, and she's just been wonderful. And I'm so excited for her, so happy. So I'm going to begin with a poem from the 50. And I also just want to thank Donnie and Greg's. It's one of my favorite places in New York. So, coming here is like coming home. Cruising Christopher Street. I ride the subway to find you. Beneath the city, your station, grimy walls frame ceramic confetti, mosaicked into bohemians and rebels. Above ground, men in leather and feather blaze windows. Shops flash big hair, big heels, big dicks. Rainbow flags curtain the glass panes of bars. The Village Cigar Store wraps around your corner, where one could buy pastel cigarettes, the kind my ex-girlfriend sported in college, hoping no one would bum a turquoise smoke. Dear Christopher Street, folk musician siren your name, those weary rest in Sheridan Square, shaped like a triangle. Instead of soldiers riding horses, clenching chin-raised poses, your statutes are intimate. 2 men and 2 women holding hands. After dark, your pulse rises, blood flowing from Greenwich Avenue to the Hudson, a perpetual beat, past into present and present ever new. I'm going to read some of my poems. This first poem is for my 2 sons. My wife and I have 2 sons who are now 2 young adult men. In this house, we raise our voices. We are raising up Black boys in this house. In this house, some days our voices stay raised high. Other nights we are soft whispers. Black boys are becoming Black men in this house. In this house, Black boys blossom, Black boys bloom, Black boys cry or laugh, Black boys be brilliant in this house. This is a Black boy's house filled with love. We don't let fear enter this house. We know fear intimately, but we don't let it enter these doors. This is a safe house for Black boys becoming Black men. This is a safe house for Black men who were once Black boys. This is our house, and these are our sons. Quiet poem, or why I write my story. I write my story so a woman somewhere knows that she can love another woman and still live. I scream my story because once I too was scared of what other folks would think if they found out it was a woman's touch I craved. In a room full of strangers, I take the mic and reminisce about a woman I loved who once broke my heart because I want another woman to know I'm still here. I repeat the names folks have called me: Dyke, Bulldagger, Leslie, because those names have never defined me. Sometimes I cry when I say the names of women who were killed just for loving their reflection, like Sakia Gunn. Each night, it is a woman I come home to, and every morning I wake to the sound of a woman's voice. After all these years, it is still a woman who centers me. I had to hear this next poem that Donnie and Greg might recall. This is from one of the anthologies we had a launch here for our happy hours, LGBT Voices from the Gay Bars. It's in that anthology. But this is a poem for the queer spaces where love blooms in New York. Some days I have no words, just memory of her scent as she leaned in to kiss me. My bar stool melted, the club became a spinning wheel, and everyone around us disappeared. The beat, beat, beat of house music, her lips fire against my neck when she whispered, "I dreamed about kissing you every day since we met." I repeated that line to lovers in New York clubs over the years. It was true. Each time I whispered or begged or texted, "I've dreamed about kissing you every day since we met." Oh, how I loved the scent of women in clubs, sweaty bodies drenched with Egyptian musk. Rhythm of DJs helped us forget the world beyond those clubs. Roll call. I remember all the New York ladies' clubs, each one a new adventure. I kissed beautiful women in the Click Club, Cubbyhole, the Box, and on the second floor, crazy nannies in the back by the bar. I once kissed my secret lover in a public corner windowsill of Henrietta Hudson's on Halloween Eve. A lavender skeleton dangled above us. She slid her hand under my shirt, and I whispered, "I've dreamed about kissing you every day since we met." We were young and free, all our bodies sexy. We pushed up against one another on dance floors, butches in Oxford wingtips, and femmes in stilettos, swirling, swirling until the music stopped. This poem is called, if this is my last poem, it's not my last poem right now, but that's the name of it. If this is my last poem, let it be love. Let it be forgiveness and hallelujah and Holy Ghost and hell yeah, wrapped in sparkling yarn. If this is my last poem, let it be a praise poem. Fill it with hope and joy and let it scream so fucking loud that everybody in earshot will clap, 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 clap. If this is my last poem, stomp for the sound of my voice. Let this breath, this life, these full lips exhale. If this is my last poem, hold it gently in your hands. Hand it around. Grab hands, y'all. Fold it into an origami blue jay and let her fly away. If this is my last poem, forgive it for loving too hard, or not loving hard enough, or for wanting to be loved more than it would admit. If this is my last poem, hold a mirror up to it. Say, look how beautiful you are. Say, remember your reflection. This next poem is called High Bun Love Letter to Laura, and this one is, somewhat newish. Dear Laura, guess what, girl? Yesterday I found all the love letters you wrote to me, my freshman year Barnard. I kept every damn letter, apparently. I started reading them last night, and girl, I remembered all the love and joy and silliness and sexiness and sense and nonsense and poetry that 19-year-old you and 18-year-old me shared. Young love, first loves, girl, there ain't nothing quite like it. You and your smooth, swag way with words. I've forgotten how you hyped me up, love letter after love letter. Probably the worst thing you could do for an emerging Leo. I'm joking, girl. You gave me the confidence I lacked, and our love was a real, live, tangible thing. I've forgotten all those poems you wrote for me at the end of every few love letters. You were my first poet. I cannot wait to sit with those love letters in a quiet space and reflect. Laura, I am so fucking mad at you for dying unexpectedly a few months ago. I cannot run and call you or text you that I found every love letter you wrote me freshman year. You are the first person I wanted to call. Thank you, Laura, for the gift of your words and all that love and all those decades of friendship that lasted long after our Love Fest ended. Your love letters hit me hard this week, and yet all I could do was laugh and smile and cry, sweet Laura. You stay in my heart. Your love letters, a bouquet that brings me much joy. I'm going to end with this last poem. This last poem is also a prompt. It was published last summer in Poetry Magazine. And the prompt that I was thinking of was, if I couldn't remember my future self, what would I write? What kind of love letter, what kind of love poem would I write to that self? Dear future self, if I should ever forget you, this is my love note to you. You were loved. You were somebody's lover. You were loving. You held parts of all the women you loved somewhere deep in your generous heart. You were heartbroken. You were a heartbreaker too, girl. Sometimes you were heartache. Your heart never grew heavy though. I remember that about you. You were silly, you were giggles, you were somebody's mama. You always wanted to be a mama. Mama was the greatest title you ever had. You were jealous as fuck. You were selfish. You were sad. You held other folks' sadness, especially mama's sadness. You buried that deep in our heart. You were swag, girl. Leo charm and confidence. Couldn't nobody crack you up as much as yourself. You were cute and you were vain. You wore lipstick under your mask during the pandemic because you were cute and you were vain. You love your family. Your lover loved you for decades. Sometimes you would ask yourself, how I get so lucky, girl? You loved people. You were at home, on stage, in front of a mic, sitting with community in a circle, or talking one-on-one with a friend for hours on end in a coffee shop. You were a poet. You are a poet. This is your love poem to yourself, Juliet. Thank you. Congratulations, Gabriella.
Forget the fake, give it up for JP! I love hearing chronicles of like queer bar life in New York. You are doing some player moves there in that corner window at Henrietta Hudson. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna take like a 3-minute break because you all need a snack. There's so many things here that if you want to get gifts or something, there's stickers, there's pins, there's Butch coloring books, literally coloring books with Butches in them that I am obsessed with. They're over there. And there's also this book for sale, The Fig Thief.
Yes.
And also that you can make a donation in the bag back there by the water. That'll go to the bookstore, which, you know, keep these queer spaces alive. We love Donnie and Greg holding this queer space inside the center. We're in the center of the center. Okay, so we'll be back in like 3 or 4 minutes. Get some snacks, get some water, take a pee-pee, but come back quickly because we have 2 more amazing guests, including the headliner. The reason for the season. Okay, mingly dinglies. Gift geniuses, book purchasers, poets, writers, lovers. Hello and welcome back. Yay, I can't believe I didn't do this earlier, but this is the Donna Minkowitz book, which is for sale here.
Yes. And the
And guess what? Guess what about JP? JP just sold the last copy here. I'm pulling it out of the person's bag. This is JP's book.
I should have told you guys to
JP Howard. Look at this beautiful cover.
Okay.
Gorgeous. Look at that. With the little lambda. Yes. So if you want to order it online, you folks out there, you can ask for it. And then also our next reader has a book, but it's not here. But it will be soon, right?
They got, well, yeah,
Yeah. They have to order more
sure.
because you're always selling them. Woo! Yay! Support your local writers. Okay, are we ready? Are you ready? Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me read you a little bit about our esteemed next reader. Dun, 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 dun. Annie Rachel, is it Rachel?
Raquel.
Annie Raquel Lancelado.
Oh,
Is that right?
yeah, that was beautiful.
Thank you. You're beautiful.
Thanks.
Is a Bronx-born author, poet, and performance artist. That's right. Shout out to the Bronx, whose stage presence has been called riveting and volcanic. I can attest. Yes, I've shared the stage with this genius before.
Yes.
Her books are What Do You Call the Wind? Bodegera Press. Hard Candy, Caregiving, Mourning, and Stage Light, and Pitch Roll Yaw, Guernica World Editions. L is for Lion, an Italian Bronx Butch freedom memoir, SUNY Press, finalist for Lambda Literary Award, and
L is for Lion.
Schist Song. Everybody please give it up for Annie Lancelado. Thank you.
Gabriella Belfiglio. Gabriella showed up at everything I've done for the past 30 years. And my best friend since we were in utero together, right on cue, John Denali. Our mothers were pregnant in 1963, and my oldest sister, who was in school with John's older brother, has a memory of them in the Catholic school Santa Maria on Zuriga Avenue with these big bellies in the hallway of Santa Maria, like bumping into each other. But I feel that the goddesses put someone on earth for you to walk this path with, this walk of life, El Camino de la Nostra Vita. And John Denaro and I would have been married, but we're both gay. So, the boy around the corner who brought me my books when I had mono and I couldn't go to school, and the nun was so mean to me, she made me stand in the coat closet. And I didn't want to go to school. And then one day in the disability office, I was up against the wall and something was sticking in my back. And all of a sudden it felt like that brass hook in the coat closet in second grade. And I had this wave of trauma. And I remember she just said, stand all the way in the back, all the way in the back. And I stood there for hours with this brass hook sticking in my back. And when we had our kindergarten reunion, the 26 of us, I would say, were trauma bonded in this class. And we had our kindergarten reunion, and then the first of us died, George Riley, crossing East Tremont Road. He worked at Yankee Stadium like John Denaro. He also was a concierge in the city. You know, he had that friendly Bronx vibe you need from whoever's opening the door and making you safe. And George had that. He always made us smile. And a third of our class from kindergarten showed up at his funeral. And his mother had pictures of us up on the board, on the video, from when we were all 5 years old in the Bronx. And yeah, so we're walking this earth together on purpose. Donna and I were on stage together in the 90s at the Kitchen.
Yep.
JP, we're just meeting, and I know your wife just got appointed a judgeship, right? And I don't know your name. I don't know the judge's name, Your
She's not
Honor.
here. My wife's not here.
Oh, she's not here.
She's not here.
Well, I gained strength from, social media, from your presence.
Thank you.
And anyway, today with Margarita in rehab for the knee surgery, and I just want to dedicate this to the kids at Brown, my alma mater. So we were all in high tension and still are. But all night, my dear goddaughter Esther was in her freshman dorm. I called her and she just said, I'm okay, I can't talk. And we're all shaken because we failed. We have failed as humans, we're failing. And even though everyone in this room is not failing, everyone in this room is creating events, Lit, Bloom, everything. This place is a savior. So these are the efforts to stay existing. And for however long we have this run of BGDSQ, of the center, which has been my life raft since 1987, as long as we have this run together that we're alive, we have to, keep walking side by side. And you used the word bloom a few times today. And Herman Melville wrote a piece, I think during the Civil War, for college students that were killed. And he said you were something, I don't know the verb, like pulled from the bloom or cut in the bloom. And I think of these teenagers that are dead studying engineering, which at Brown is one of the hardest majors. So these kids were working hard, and we promised them, and we promised Esther, my goddaughter, you can have hopes and dreams. And that when you get to college, we don't have to worry about you there. We don't have to worry about you there. We created this sanctity zone on College Hill, right? The sanctimonious of the saint. This is the safe place. And I said, you better get back to New York. So she's on a train and hopefully we'll hug today. So, yeah. Gabriella, thank you for bringing me into Donna and JP's company today.
Thank you, guys.
And for all your decades of showing up. Thanks. All your decades of showing up, because a book and a fig in body, in the heel of the boot, you would call this iculum. So the fig thief you'd call il ladro del culum. And you break this open and it's just a jewel of a pussy of a jewel, But Gabriella, you're a phenomenal friend.
Read the peach tree?
Oh, no, I don't even know where it is.
Oh, I'll read it for you when you.
Okay.
No, don't worry about it.
All right. I was gonna read this ancestral, but
Please.
Gabriella's got a shelf full of books ready to go.
Yes.
So whatever lucky publisher will do the next and the next and the next. And
Thank you.
for decades, we've been in writing circles together and hospital beds and
Yeah.
backyard meals and fires. And Gabriella is a keeper of ritual and ancestors and goddesses. And always the first to correct my own steeping in hegemonic language. And so thank you for that. Okay, Gabriella M for Marie.
I love this.
My father gave me
love
this.
it. I love it.
Every time we visited my father in the mental home or the Veterans
So
Administration, Audrey would be with me. He'd give me a gift, and he'd give Audrey gifts. This was one of the gifts. So this is, I'm holding Joseph Rothel. My internal ancestors forbid 1, allowing a stranger to mispronounce your name without correcting them. 2, using jarred spaghetti sauce. 3, choosing the pack of pomegranate seeds someone else plucked from the goddess's fruit. Choosing the pack of pomegranate seeds someone else plucked from the goddess's fruit. 4, throwing away the plastic bag your bread or anything else comes in when you could rinse it out and use it again. 5, buying packaged pre-washed greens. 6, trashing your ripped, stained t-shirt when it would make a perfectly good rag. 7, drying clothes in a machine on a sunny day. Poor Gabriella, this is hard work. She suffers. Imagine she's just doing the laundry, her wife, her kid, all the laundry, and she's like, oh, I gotta hang it all up. I can't throw this out. Don't throw it out. Those are the ancestors. You hear their boots? 8, discarding used wrapping paper. Instead of carefully slitting the Scotch tape seams and folding it into a functional pile next to the saved ribbons, boxes, ... Ooh, this is the Magna Carta right here. Number 9, paying someone to clean your house. I'm a sinner, Lord. I need someone. I need help. Need help. 10, refusing food someone you love offers, even if you just ate and hate peas. You spoon into your replete mouth the entire mound until your plate is bare. Woo! 11, denying the magic of September light after families call children to dinner and there's a patch of ivied fence slanting a rectangle of sun. That's got to be the whole next book, is just continue the list.
There's plenty.
The Fig Thief, what a great title. I'm going to read a poem I never read. I don't even think I ever read it to myself. Oh, here's the Melville quote. And kill them in their flush of bloom.
That is beautiful.
It's from The Slain Collegians, a poem during the Civil War. All right, so this one's for you, Gabriella, and for you, Margarita, and Sister Agnes, your roommate. Yeah. This is called I Ain't Vinnie Barbarino. Wow, that got play. All right, it's gonna work. Got your voice on my brain as I swear to doctors I was just breathing just a couple days ago. That's true, ain't it? I ain't Vinnie Barbarino, but that's how you hear me talk, right? Slurring consonants, dropping hard ends off of words. If you think I'm adorable with my crooked teeth and Bronx accent, all Southern Italian horse, open heart, if you think I'm Vinnie Barbarino, that's your problem. That ain't my problem. That ain't my problem at all. Vinnie all the girls wantin', Vinnie charming and alarming, Vinnie stupid cute, Vinnie feathered hair, Vinnie blue eyes, Vinnie soft blue denim, hugging his crotch into a white starburst over his balls and shaft. I ain't Vinnie Barbarino. I laugh when you say I'm alarming. I just laugh. I think it's funny. I'm alarming. On guard, my intellect slays you so fast and silent, you'll never notice. That's funny, that's all. I walk in a room and you think I'm alarming? You afraid of me just when I walk in a room? I don't even open my mouth. You think I'm stupid, you. So fast and silent, I just walk in the room, I say nothing. I didn't do nothing. I sit down at the table and you so scared, you want to put your head through the wall. I hear everything you don't say. I hear volumes without hardly listening at all. Just know I'm reading you loud and I'm reading you clear, that's all. I know some part of you wants a beating, and some part of you thinks I could give you that beating. But I ain't giving you that beating. I ain't the beaten kind, that's your mind. I ain't them you see when you see me. I'm just me, charming and alarming, that's all. This is my way. Everything I did as a kid was wrong in my grandmother's eyes. Everything. How I ate, what I ate. How I chewed, how much I ate. What side of the plate I forked food from. How I didn't wait for others to serve themselves first. How I bid dibs for the heel of the Italian bread and the corners of the focaccia, which sounded like fagotts coming out of our mouths, as we all lunged at the burnt black edges. How I wiped my bowls with my fingers. How I licked my fingers, how I sat legs open. How I sat tilting the chair up on its hind legs. How I sat feet up on the table. How I dressed like a boy. How I studied hours. How I stayed with a book hours. How I opened the refrigerator too many times for too long. And what are you, air conditioning the whole house? How I played, what I played, how I would lay on the curb and breathe in sewer air just to save my blessed Spalding. How I threw my sneakers up onto telephone wires. Sin after sin after sin of Americanisms, Bronxisms. How dirty I got outside, how my pants ripped at the knees, how my knees bled, how my nose bled. How I sneezed, how loud I was, how I didn't cover my mouth, how many questions I asked, how I yearned to know about her past, how I yelled, how I questioned her about where we came from. And as a teenager, this all got worse and worse. How I showered every day, how much soap I used and water, how I wasn't letting the natural oils build up my skin and scalp, how I blow dried my hair. Sin after sin after sin of Americanisms. Then Dykeisms. How I didn't use a pocketbook. How I didn't wear a watch. How I grew tumors and had mucus. How I bought a Victrola for my girlfriend, and she's not a you business. Somehow all of it was my fault. How I was my father's daughter and how my mother suffered. Everything. But by the time Grandma died at 100.5, she blessed me, a reversal of words. After I cared for her with Audrey, prayed over her, helped her, sang the Ave Maria, and held our hands heat over her blood clock on her blue leg. Yes, in the end, Grandma blessed me, just with a few words, God bless you, Dolly. But I'm mad now. Mad for how wrong I was in her eyes. All right, maybe one more. I'm going to read this one for Audrey because I never read this, I don't think, either in public. Audrey and I were together in Park Slope about 16 years. And I call her my forever person. And this I wrote for Audrey because when we met and when we first kissed on Houston Street, She was carrying a big bag full of blue bottles for some performance that she was saving blue bottles. Bedford and Barrow for Audrey Lauren Kindred. Who makes blue glass? Men along the Nile. In Baghdad, Americans break blue glass with bombs dropped out of the blue sky. Glass throws in early mornings make me shudder. Truck down one last cobblestone corner. Swallows glass this century, my body seizes the bed over the old speakeasy. Ice, the large spinning block. Ocean waves, heart waves, my blue eyes you've looked into for decades. The sometimes blue glass, Gull Pond. The blue cold leg we brought back to a pulsing red taught us that we too can change. We have the power to change, even us. Blue jewel power, heart, artery, oxygen. Oh, precious, breakable relationship, irreplaceable. And blessings for the fig thief. Let me just sit.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. Please give it up for Annie Raquel Lancilato. Brilliant artist of our time, genius, legend. Thank you so much. Nice work. No touch. Apologies, but I love you.
No, I love you. Come on.
I love you. We did a show together, right? Remember we did there's the,
Bye, Johnny, love you.
bye, Johnny. Thank you. Yay. We did a show together years ago,
More to come, more to come.
and more to come. Are you gonna do me and you? Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do a two-person show.
Let's do a show.
Please. Oh, come on, let's do it. Oh, so that was all of our, yeah, seriously, I would love that. That was all of our readers here today, and we're gonna to give it up for Donna Mankiewicz,
Yes.
J.P. Howard, and Annie Lancilato. And I'm gonna bring up the guest of honor, the writer of The Fig Thief. Everybody, please give it up for Gabriella Del Fio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's years of presenting that way, but not really feeling it. I don't even know where to begin, but I know that the echo has been in the room already, but I want to thank Greg and Donnie again for this amazing space. This is, it's really important. We know the idea that poetry is not a luxury, and books, queer books, having a space that's safe for us to be and be our weird, wonderful, crazy selves is so important. So thank you. And thank you all for being here. It's so lovely to see all these beautiful faces. And the three people I got to read for me are not only like dear friends of mine, but such amazing forces, like in their own right. They're all so great. So I didn't really make a plan. I'm kind of doing the spontaneous thing, but since everyone was reading one of my poems, I thought I'd start with one of my all-time inspirations. So Audre Lorde, and here's to her and the ancestors for being here with us as well. And this one it's one of her. I'm going to read one of her shorter poems. It's called A Woman Speaks. Moon marked and touched by sun, my magic is unwritten. But when the seas turn black, it will leave my shape behind. I seek no favor untouched by blood. unrelenting as the curse of love, permanent as my errors or my pride. I do not mix love with pity, nor hate with scorn. But if you know me, you find me where the restless oceans pound. Audre Lorde. So, I actually have a poem in this book that is dedicated to her because this book has been such a long time in the coming, like decades. So a lot of these poems are from different times in my life, and I did study Audre Lorde in grad school, but even before that, it was when I first went to Antioch College, this tiny little liberal, weird place in Ohio, that I think I first started reading her. And her and Adrienne Rich kind of went at the same time, and they were like my idols, and I was coming out of this around the same time too, and it was like life lessons, right? So like my idea of lesbianism was like through like literature and like these like amazing rebel spirits, and then I realized like after I dated a few women, like, oh, there's asshole lesbians just like everyone else. So it's like that had to happen with writers, that had to happen with all the people. It's really look past the obvious, right, and see who they really are. So, but this one, going back to Audre Lorde, this is called The Light of the Moon. Imagining your lips, my mouth, words, oaths that loosen like the leaves of autumn, dry, falling, and full of color. I've always been a spring person, yellow-green, more day than night. Skin not as bold as olives, nor as light as peaches. I've mourned the end of summer like a lover gone, preparing my limbs to be covered in cold neglect. The impending dark, a hole akin to a grave. But in your earth, an ancient spirit rises. Your words come like rain, and I find myself drenched, sink my toes deep into the rich reds and browns. In the growing twilight, I move forward, a little taller, less with the anticipation of joy, more a warrior's stride of determination. So JP's fun poem that she read about the gay bars, this is an unpublished thing, and I saw that, so I dug it up from email. And again, this is dating me very much so, but I remember listening to Prince Party, but like it's 1999, and that being something to look forward to. Okay, so but I wrote this poem in this reflection of like, damn, how was that so long ago? Like, so it's like this weird mind fuck of time and how it passes, right? But yes, so this is Party Like It's 1999. Remember when I put on size 2 dresses that barely covered my skin? We used to shake our hands in the air like we just didn't care. My body a swirl of cotton. I have to say that line over. My body a swirl of cotton candy, ready for the lips of women. Desire of something sweet, sweat dripping back. When summers were an entire season, summers of love, of the witch, of the wish, we were all dreaming of our own personal Californias, singing of peace and justice, singing na 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 na, oh yeah, dancing so close you couldn't tell who was holding who. Hooting into the dangerous hours of the night, we were a light. We were the fire, so hot we had to take our clothes off. Baby, 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 we thought we were invincible. On principle, screaming to the man we weren't part of the plan. So young, we still knew everything, and nothing was going to stop us. Thank you. So it's true, I've known Annie and Donna for decades, and JP, the first time I went to her salon, I knew this was somebody I had to have in my life, and so it's really great to have all three of them here. And Annie and I have been part of different groups of writing, as well as I have with both the other two. And as you hear in her work, a lot of that has to do with our cultural heritage, our Italian connection. And she has these beautiful books, you should read them. And in one of them, she talks about her grandmother's peach tree. And so I wrote a poem because one of the traditions that we do is there's a group that celebrate this old Sicilian tradition called La Madonna Nera, which means the Black Madonna. So there's actually a statue that they have that is a Black Madonna. And it's echoed in different cultures around the world as well. So she's not the only one. And that there was a place in the East Village that was a chapel that has now turned into, of all things, a gay bar, which is really kind of fun. It's called the Phoenix Bar. And so we still, every year, some of us go there and celebrate this tradition. And this is what this piece is about, the combination of those two things for Annie. The peach tree. It started with a pit from La Festa della Madonna Nera at Phoenix Bar in the East Village. We sing, laugh, and lay out offerings in a makeshift altar, bid for the dark goddess. Annie brings peaches from her grandmother's tree in Yonkers. She orders, have one, enjoy, but you gotta promise to plant those pits. I save mine in a cocktail napkin, like the number of a hot girl. Her ripples leave an indelible impression on white. A year later, on my Brooklyn balcony, I'm potting tomato plants. I spot a wispy shoot. I tug it out, hidden in the dirt, the pit. It's split in two. There's an offspring growing, nothing less than a miracle. I replant it. It expands every day till the tree is taller than the railing. Her leaves, bright as fire, fall into fall. Her empty branches point toward her Bronx backyard, toward a corner in Sicily where the Madonna rests, or maybe just any earth below, where she can freely expand her roots. Just before the first frost, she rides to Philadelphia. I present her to my father. He plants her in his mini orchard that you see as you drive the sweeping stretch to my parents' house, a house I've never lived in. Framed in the upstairs bedroom is a picture of the ship my nonno sailed in from Sicily. In processions with weary voices praying for miracles on impossibly narrow streets, he followed many Madonnas, envisioning third legs they must be hiding under their billowing black skirts. The last time I saw the tree, she was still small, but it won't be long before she becomes an unmistakable welcome. Here, she'll say, you're almost there, rest a moment. Tempt, have a peach. The ancestors! So let's see what else. Okay, since it's right next door and it's another tree, this book
That was amazing.
was like right on cue. Right?
Are you gonna read from these?
No, I made this little thing. It's all different languages, but yeah, that's. When I went to grad school in DC, thinking it was a city close enough to New York, but not New York because I didn't want the life I had here. Like I wanted to be like a hermit and not know anyone. And you know, it was an interesting experience. It wasn't my favorite place, but when I was making this book, it had very many ramifications and different versions. And there was a poem that I wrote from that time in DC called The Fig Tree. And that was gonna be part of the book, but then I actually changed the title of the poem. Usually you do the other way around, but I changed the title of the poem so that it's The Fig Thief. So this is now the title poem. The Fig Thief. My father and I tread concrete squares home from the store, milk heavy in his hand. I've just moved here, brought everything that could fit into his car, boxes from Hassan's bodega, Corona, Budweiser crossed out, and my name in black marker, followed by a list. Books, poetry, Brooks to Dove, wintry clothes, Nono's brown sweater, long underwear. The last boxes crammed with the scribble of miscellaneous items. I bring warm wear, anticipating the season changing, not knowing if another transport would happen before then. But now it is muggy. We're in shorts. I'm the one who picks the only ripe fig. The branch is leaning over the sidewalk as if we were meant to find this tree. The two of us. Still, I think back to that time, walking home from elementary school, lost in song, collecting flowers from front yards to surprise my mother. When I turned down my street with the pink house at the corner, my bouquet was plump and bright. But before I could see her smile, my father's homily blast. How could you? What have you done? What is wrong with you? I had no idea what I did wrong, just that I did. I take a bite of the soft fig, the crunch of seeds in my teeth, yield the remainder to my father. My father surfaces a lot in this book, I guess. Yeah, so I'll read another one about him, and anyone who has Italian heritage can probably add to this list because it's called My Anthony's. So I also have a brother and a grandfather named Anthony, so My Anthony's. 1195. Patriot saint of children, poor people, prisoners, glass blowers, people who have lost something, and barren women. 1896. A boy of 16 leaving one island for another. His mother pushes him from the blood of World War I into the blood of a coarser war, America. He exhausts days on the streets of South Philly, sews other people's clothes, mails money home, a lifeboat for his family. 1940, too short a childhood, so many siblings behind him, the job as father, a tight skin forced to stretch on. His own at 20, surprise, then another and another and another, until his wife's tubes were tied. 30 years grading math tests, running marathons, dreaming of living in the woods, falling asleep at the kitchen table, red ink staining his elbow creases. 1971, the boy, 3 sisters, and like air, music, always music, a gift. Hours spent, his fingers breathing the keys of the piano.
Read the other big one.
Okay, I will. First I'll read a couple more. So I'll read the house guest, because this is kind of like the before and after. So when I first started dating my wife, and that's pretty funny too, right? Because I mean, I knew as a young girl, like, oh, I don't want to marry an Italian man. Like, just nothing against them. They're some of my favorite people, but that's not the role I wanted next to someone. Anyway, and then I realized I didn't want to marry a man. But like, it's the joke, which is not really a joke, is that I still married my father. So I married a Filipino woman, but they're very, very much alike in wonderful ways. They're both like Renaissance people. They're both beautiful. They're both smart. But anyway, so my Filipino wife, before we got married, this is a poem about me visiting her family. It's called The House Guest. Here's the scene. I'm at my girlfriend's sister's house. It's Memorial Day. The American flag flaps red, white, and blue like a warning at the front door. The backyard is full of glee, children splashing pool water into the hot Florida air. Their parents mingling margaritas cold in the cups of their hands. I'm sitting on the back porch trying not to remember to call my girlfriend honey or sweetie. I don't dare sit next to her, even though everybody knows. I'm not the first girl she's brought home. Her sister introduces me to the neighbors as the house guest. I find a baby to hold, hide inside, rocking him to sleep. The weight is satisfying. His balmy skin sticks to my own. And long after his eyes have stopped fluttering, I cradle the half-moon body. I'm doing okay until my girlfriend's mother passes me a camera. She finds me in a room, hands it to me. It's a calculated move. Will you take a family picture for us? She asks smoothly. My girlfriend gathers amidst her parents, her sister and brother-in-law, the two little ones in front. A stranger approaches. Here, she says, reaching for the camera. Don't you want to be in the picture? I will the tears that surge into my eyes to stop. I crouch on the other side of the pool, close to the water's edge, aim and shoot. I'll read two more. So the other fig poem, so that was the before. Here's the after, kind of. So we survived, and my mother-in-law still like tries to secretly baptize my son every time she's close to him. but you know, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. And so this one is called The Sex Life of Figs. Okay. Sex Life of Figs. 1. I track fig trees, map of desire, branches weighted with ripe figs, arch above the backyard fence too high to reach. Silent sirens. How not to bruise, delicate skins, full-grown figs too fragile to travel far, plucked fig, egg sac alive, still warm from sun, laden with sweetness. Cameo pink seeds as surprising as lips of vagina, in broken open heart of the inky fruit, 1,000 female flowers fill my mouth. 2. Even Moses' mother must have chewed and swallowed this plump fruit. Figs, among the oldest of joys to be bit into. Gritty nectar, skimming tongue. Nature's sugar carried to the New World by monks, spread by the poor, as sinless as Eve. 3. Aristotle's tiny female wasps, beckoned by the fig's aroma, struggle inside to pollinate. The external, internal blossoms sacrifice their lives, girl on girl. 4. My wife constructs a tool from a broken broom handle and plastic water bottle, spear scissored out, to cleverly capture what is out of reach. I fall in love again. And I'll end with a poem that a lot of people like, that, again, it is another old one, but it sort of brings together that whole idea of family and the way it can be so lovely and so hard, and yet here we are, you know, we're making it happen. So yeah, here's to the queer community, here's to Given and Chosen family. This is called Grace. Around the table, homemade wine is poured and passed. Children whine with delicious need. In a singular moment of silence, my aunt asks if anyone wants to say grace. I think of my cousin, whose bulging left cap displays a burly inked cross, or my godmother, who has a tiny gold one circling her pink neck, or my wife, who was forced to church each Sunday of her childhood, or my brother, who has found God as an adult and reads his Bible every day, like practicing the stretch of octaves on his piano. Surprising myself, I offer. I thank my Aunt Marie hosting us all in 2 parallel tables crammed into her cozy dining room. I thank everyone present for being so. I thank the farmers for the food. And I stop myself after I quickly extol the universe itself. I don't mention God. My grandmother, sitting a few folding chairs to my left, who's approaching 100, softly comments, I always thank the farmers too. Remembering a different decade. I'm overcome with love for her and this Gravitt family she's created. Some of us have died. Some have been in prison. Some have fought in wars. Some of us protested war in front of the White House. Some of us have physically attacked others at the table. Some have physically attacked themselves. Some of us have PhDs, and some never finished high school. Some of us have not been able to stay out of rehab. Some sneak cigarettes and convince themselves no one will notice their smoky breath when they kiss goodbye. Some have just started talking, and some have said things they regret. Some of us judge some of us without ever saying a word. All of us here have forgiven someone for something we've now forgotten. With a chorus of salud, glasses click into a crescendo of chaos. Thank you. Everybody else, there's reading, and if anyone wants a signed book, I will sign books, of course, and I even made bookmarks, so like, if you want a handmade bookmark, you can arrange that with me, and, yes, and I don't know, I think we did good with the food, which makes an Italian happy.
Yes!
But yes.
But storytime readers, come up and take a bow, if you must and may, if you can. Annie, you can stay there if you like, if you're chilling. Everybody give it up for these amazing writers who've been writing and documenting beautifully, wonderfully, poetically documenting queer life in New York in this time period. This is important work that sometimes does not get celebrated as it should, so please give them all the love and all the flowers all of the time. That's right, yes. And support queer spaces, support queer writers. And also next week on the 20th, I'm having a show here, Queer Storytelling. It's called Tell, 7 o'clock, December 20th. It's a monthly show that I've been doing for 11 years. More queer stories all of the time. Queer the narrative, everybody.